Welcome back to The Honest Move, where we talk about what is really happening in the housing market so you can make clear, grounded decisions, not fear-based ones. Today, I want to talk about something that is shaping both the resale market and the new construction market. Right now, the low interest rate lock-in effect. A lot of homeowners are still sitting on mortgage rates in the 2 and 3% range, and understandably, they're not excited about giving up those lower payments to buy their next home at today's rates. That hesitation is one of the reasons buyers are still feeling a shortage of good resale options. And it's also one of the reasons new construction has become such an important part of the market. So let's break down what is really happening, why new construction is filling part of the gap, and what buyers and sellers need to understand before making a move. A normal housing market has movement. People move because they need more space, less space, a different school district, a different lifestyle, or because life changes. Maybe they are getting married. Maybe they're getting divorced. Maybe they're having another baby. Maybe the kids have moved out. Maybe they want a one-level home. Maybe they want to be closer to family. In a normal market, those life changes create new listings. But today, some homeowners who would normally move are asking themselves a very practical question. Do I really want to trade my 3% mortgage for a much higher rate? And for many people, the answer is no, or at least not yet. That does not mean they love their current house forever. It does not mean that they would not like something different. It means the math of moving has become harder. If their current payment is comfortable and the next payment would be significantly higher, they may choose to stay put, even if the home no longer fits them perfectly. That is the lock-in effect. And when enough homeowners make that same decision, it affects the entire resale market. Fewer homeowners listing their homes means fewer resale options for buyers. And fewer resale options means buyers feel like they're seeing the same homes over and over again, or that the homes available are not quite what they're looking for. This is where new construction becomes important. A resale home requires an existing homeowner to decide to sell. New construction does not. A builder can create new inventory without waiting for somebody to give up a low mortgage rate. That means new construction can help fill some of the gaps in the market, especially in areas where buyer demand is still strong, but resale inventory is limited. Now, I want to be clear, new construction does not solve every housing problem. We still need more housing overall, and new construction can vary a lot by location, price point, builder, and product type. But in a market where resale inventory is being held back by interest rates, new construction becomes one of the main ways new homes actually enter the market. That matters for buyers. It also matters for sellers. For buyers, new construction may open up options that simply are not available in the resale market. Maybe you're looking for a specific layout. Maybe you want a newer home with fewer immediate maintenance concerns. Maybe you want a more open floor plan, a 3-car garage, a finished or unfinished basement, a home office, or a neighborhood with other newer homes. In some areas, the resale market may not have many options that fit those needs. New construction can sometimes provide an alternative. Another important difference is that builders may have flexibility that individual resale sellers do not. A traditional seller is usually selling their personal home. They may need a certain amount of money, of equity to purchase their next home. They may be tied to a specific net number. They may not have much room to negotiate. Builders operate differently. Depending on the community, the price point, the builder, the amount of inventory they have, builders may offer incentives. Those incentives can include closing cost assistance, interest rate buydowns, design center credits, appliance packages, finished lower level incentives, or price adjustments on a completed inventory home. And that matters because buyers today are not just shopping purchase price, they're shopping monthly payment. A lower price is helpful, but sometimes a rate buy down or seller paid closing costs can make a bigger difference in the buyer's actually monthly comfort. That is one of the reasons new construction deserves a closer look in this market. But here's the honest part. New construction is not automatically the better deal, and resale is not automatically the better deal either. They're just different. With a resale home, you may get mature trees, an established neighborhood, a bigger lot, finished landscaping, window treatments, appliances, decks, a finished basement that's already done. You may also get a location that cannot be easily duplicated with new construction. With new construction, you may get a fresh home, newer mechanicals, modern finishes, warranties, and fewer immediate repair concerns, but you need to understand what is included and what is not included. The model home is not always the base price. That's really important. Before falling in love with a model home, buyers need to ask, what's included in the base price? Which finishes are upgrades? Are appliances included? Is the yard included? Is irrigation included? Is the deck included? Are window treatments? What about HOA fees? Are there future phases of construction nearby? What warranties are there? What would it cost to finish the basement later? How much will landscaping, fencing, or additional improvements cost after closing? Because when you compare new construction to resale, you cannot compare only the list price. You need to compare the full cost of ownership. You need to look at the monthly payment, taxes, HOA fees, special assessments, if any, future improvements, location, commute, lifestyle, and resale value. Sometimes the best opportunity is a resale home that's been sitting because it needs cosmetic updates. Sometimes the best opportunity is a completed new construction home where the builder has room to negotiate. The right answer depends on your goals, your timeline, and your numbers. Now, for sellers, this shift matters too. If you are selling a resale home, your competition may not just be the other resale homes down the street. Your competition may also be new construction a few miles away. That does not mean that your home has to be brand new, but it does mean buyers are comparing. They're comparing condition, they're comparing layout, they're comparing mechanicals, they're comparing updates, monthly payment, and they're comparing how the home feels online before ever walking through the door. A resale home can absolutely compete. In many cases, resale homes offer things new construction cannot. Established neighborhoods, the mature trees, the larger yards, the finished spaces, character, and locations that are already built out. But sellers need to be honest about where their home wins and where buyers may push back. If a buyer can choose between a dated resale home and a brand new home with a builder incentives, the resale home needs to be priced and presented strategically. That does not always mean doing a major remodel. In fact, a major remodel before selling isn't always the smartest move. Often, the better strategy is to make the home feel clean, cared for, bright, simple, and easy to understand. That means decluttering, cleaning deeply, touching up paint, improving curb appeal, staging the key rooms, Making those small repairs, replacing the worn carpet if it's hurting the buyer's first impression, making sure the photos, floor plans, and online presentation are strong. The goal is not to make the house perfect. The goal is to help buyers feel confident. Buyers are much more willing to move forward when a home feels loved, maintained, and easy to imagine living in. So here's the buyer takeaway. Do not overlook new construction just because you assume it's too expensive. And do not overlook resale just because it's not brand new. Look at both. Compare the full picture. Compare payment, concessions, locations, finishes, fees, future maintenance, and resale value. Ask what's included, ask what's not. Ask what the monthly payment really looks like. Ask what additional costs may be coming after closing. And here is the seller takeaway. The market's not frozen, but it has changed. Buyers have more information than ever, and they are comparing your home against every other option available to them, including new construction. That means pricing, preparation, and presentation matter. It also means you need to understand your home's position in the market, not just what you want the home to be worth. That's the honest move here. The low rate lock-in effect is keeping some resale inventory off the market. New construction is helping fill part of that gap, but it also creates a new layer of competition and opportunity. For buyers, the smartest move is to look at resale and new construction side by side. For sellers, the smartest move is to understand what buyers are comparing your home against and position your home accordingly. So whether you are buying or selling, do not make decisions based only on headlines. Look at your specific price point, your specific location, your specific options, and the real numbers. Thank you for watching The Honest Move. If you are thinking about buying or selling in Dakota County or the South Metro, I would be happy to help you compare the resale market and new construction options side by side so you can make clear, confident decisions.